Strap in and get ready. You're about to experience Talking NASCAR with Brandon and Clint.
Hey everyone, just wanted to cut in here real quick before we get going. As I mentioned in last week's episode, that was Brandon's conspiracy theory. And in this episode, you're going to see my conspiracy theory. I just wanted to give equal time to both, cut up, make the episodes a little shorter. Hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching. My conspiracy theory. So, as we know, Cody Ware has been mentioned numerous times on this podcast. YouTube channel, whatever we're doing here, as not being maybe top echelon of drivers. Now, granted, he drives for Rick Ware Racing. His name is Cody Ware. Good assumption there, they're related. I'm assuming father-son. So if you remember on the last episode I did about Xfinity and I talked about Jimmy Johnson and where the heck did this guy come from? And I said Cody Ware had very similar numbers to Jimmy Johnson. Mm-hmm. And they do. Like, if you look through Cody Ware's, there's I'm not going to quote it, I'm not going to post it here, but I have looked at them. Cody Ware's racing numbers, and that's going like sports car racing, NASCAR racing, truck, Xfinity, Cup. This guy has, I'm going to say, and I'm sorry if he hears this, kind of, but you have no business, Cody Ware, being anywhere on a Cup Series track. I don't know how he got approval. He's not finished well anywhere. Like, at no point where you'd be like, oh, well, he was a really good road racer. Mm-hmm. Or, oh, he's this. So, no, there's no, unless it was very local events at a short track somewhere that I don't see.
Sure.
No, at no point in time should this guy have been promoted to Cup Series. I don't know how, other than being related to the owner, it doesn't make sense. So that kind of what started this podcast, I think, was our running joke that of an over under of when would Cody Ware wreck.
Yes,
right.
I mean, if we could go back and look at our text message exchange, Cody Ware's mentioned more than our children,
more than any other racers.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. And so it's been kind of the driving force behind even this podcast, the idea of this podcast.
Thank you, Cody. If you watch it, thank you,
Cody.
It's brought to you by Nike and also by Landshark. Landshark is another fake sponsor.
Yeah, thank you, Arby's, for sponsoring Cody Ware. And that's what really brought me to this, was because we had this funny over-under on when is Cody Ware going to wreck, was how does he keep getting sponsorship, right? Because you think about who we just mentioned, Kyle Busch. The whole reason Kyle Busch left Joe Gibbs was because Joe Gibbs couldn't find a sponsor to sponsor Kyle Busch. And love him or hate him, the guy had 2 championships. He's the winningest active driver in NASCAR still. He's still just ahead of Denny Hamlin and couldn't get a sponsorship.
Sure.
Okay, but Cody Ware goes out there every weekend with Arby's or some YouTuber or whatever splattered on that car.
Sure.
And it got me thinking, because every time we see him on camera is because he just wrecked. And so my conspiracy theory has been that he wrecks on purpose for sponsorship. Mm-hmm. So I actually Googled, I started Googling like how much do sponsorships cost and this and that, and like how much does TV time cost. And I ended up finding an actual research paper done by a university.
Whoa.
Not about Cody Ware specifically, but whether or not crashing is just as advantageous for sponsors. And it is. I'm not going to go through. I will link the actual article or the research paper in the notes, but it is actually just as memorable for the consumer to see a wrecked car and the name on the car as it is them getting normal airtime.
Wow. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. That's a cool research article idea. Sorry, the academic in me is nerding out right now.
No, absolutely. And sorry. So I was looking up and I was trying to find an actual base number for how much sponsorship costs roughly for a car. And it varies. Every article I read varied very widely. Like, I mean, very, very, very different. but I found one that's okay. It kind of broke it down by Craftsman Truck Series, O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, and the Cup Series. Why does Cup Series not have a title sponsor? I don't understand that. But so in the bottom tier, so a top 40 team, which Rick Ware Racing would be a top 40 team, it was $65,000 a race to sponsor. And again, that number varied widely from article to article. This was kind of a median, let's say, of price. It's sometimes the articles were lower, sometimes they were much higher, but we'll say a median price of 65,000. And then I started looking up, okay, how much does a commercial run on a race? And that's very hard to find as well. But for this year's Daytona 500, then again, Pinnacle, our Super Bowl,
certainly
a 30-second spot was costing sponsors $400,000 to $500,000. Okay, for a 30-second sponsorship or commercial.
Okay,
in a race. Now, again, obviously that's Super Bowl numbers. That's not really Super Bowl numbers or millions, but Daytona 500 numbers are going to be higher than, let's say, New Hampshire.
Sure.
Which is what popped in my head as the last time I remember seeing Cody Ware spin. But regardless, you're probably still looking about that same price or more for a 30-second spot, I'm willing to bet. And a rec with replays and stuff like that, catching it live, then replay, you're probably getting more than 30 seconds out of it. Sure. So it makes sense that a sponsor would pick up a driver who is likely to wreck as a possible deal on getting sponsorship.
Makes sense to me.
I think the question becomes, is Cody Ware wrecking purposefully to get the sponsorship, or are sponsors just picking up on the fact that he is wrecking a lot as a better deal for which to buy sponsorship?
That whole chicken or the egg thing.
Yeah.
Does Cody Ware just suck, or does he intentionally suck?
Yeah. By his numbers, he does just suck.
You have posed such a philosophical question. Now I'm kind of in a free what is it? I've gone down a rabbit hole, so to speak. Yeah. Because how do we? Because here's the thing. Here's the one, not to poke a hole in your conspiracy theory, because it's clearly not as iron.
Like a condom.
It's not as ironclad as mine. Mine was clearly bulletproof. But wouldn't NASCAR be able to determine at some point that he is wrecking intentionally, or is he just that good at wrecking intentionally?
He does. He gets so. Well, that's the thing. He gets, and I if anybody out there, I just want to pose this. So, baseball, like we both like play baseball a lot.
Mm-hmm.
There are like baseball reference page, baseballreference.com or whatever, is a wonderful site to pick apart stats and find these little nuances. I wish there was something like that for racing. I found one that was kind of heading that way, but not really to where I could cross-reference things. Someone out there should do that, and it should not be me. Please don't make it be me. Because I think it's again one of those things where I would love to know his wreck frequency. Like, and it's hard to pick that apart too, because if he's caught up in an accident and can continue, he's not considered wrecked.
Sure.
Right. Sure. And that happens a lot too. Like, again, New Hampshire is what popped in, because I think that was the last time we both laughed about it. And it's one of the last I remember it happening.
One of the things, though, that I do think there's some merit to what you're saying here. There was one race towards, I forget when it was. Maybe it was New Hampshire. I think he wrecked 3 times.
Well, yes, it might have been because he was wrecking with.
And none of them. Yeah, and none of them were bad. They were just little spins, which is the best of both worlds. Yes. Because you spin once, you get your free advertisement, right? They show Arby's or whatever, garbage sponsor you have. Arby's, another a potential fake sponsor for us in the future. That'd be great. So you spin once, but then, there's another chance here. There's another chance for your advertiser. So you're running around at 35th or whatever, waiting to determine when you're going to spin next. you spin again, but that takes a lot of skill to do that multiple times and not seriously damage the car.
Yes.
So is he a better driver than we give him credit for?
No, I don't think so.
Are his numbers tainted?
I think
could he be one of the best out there?
No. But I think so. In New Hampshire, if I remember correctly, he had a little tiffed, whatever the word is,
sure,
with Austin Dillon.
Sure.
So I believe
another great driver. Top talent. Austin Dillon is a top
maybe better
top
than we
talent.
Credit for. But that caused 2 accidents with him. Again, spin outs, nothing broken, kept going.
Sure.
So, and again, what business do you, okay, there's tiers, right?
Sure.
And even in this chart, there's best, there's top 20 team, there's top 30 team better, and top 40 team good. Rick Ware Racing is in the top 40. We'll say RCR is a top 30.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Sure.
Maybe on a good day, a top 20, but usually the top 30.
Yes.
Really, I don't think they're around each other a lot.
Sure.
For that to happen. But again, for me, it was just one of those things that I'm like, how does this driver keep getting sponsorship when he's finishing he's finishing 35th to 40th on any given week over and over and over? And I started thinking, I'm like, he's constantly on TV for wrecking.
Sure.
Right. Sure. Why else, when you have a Kyle Busch with 2 championships, 63 wins, can't get a sponsorship with Joe Gibbs? And I don't know what Joe Gibbs was asking. I don't know the situation there.
Sure.
But how does that happen? But then this guy who's a backmarker team can get sponsorship every week.
Well, and the question I guess that I have too is I guess maybe it comes down to a potential alternative explanation. Maybe he's got some
alternative facts. Yeah.
Alternative facts. Yes. Maybe he's got like a really, really good someone doing PR for him who just polishes that turd as much as they can, the turd that is his career. By the way, hey, if you watch this, hey, thanks for watching this. Cody Ware. I forgot his name. I was going to call him Rick Ware. Let's call him Daddy's Money. So, maybe Daddy, his daddy's got someone that's really good with PR and getting sponsorships. Because the one thing that I find interesting is, and this could be because he runs in 35th all the time before he wrecks.
Yeah.
They never interview him after he wrecks to ask him, hey, what happened?
I've only seen them interview him once.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember being good or bad, just kind of, they're all vanilla a lot of times. So,
yeah.
Okay, Rick Ware is his dad. I did quick look up. That is his dad.
Okay, yep. So Daddy's Money, we're not slandering anybody here. We don't slander anybody on Talking NASCAR, Brandon and Clint.
142 starts from 2017 to 2025.
Okay.
He has 1 top 5.
What?
That was in 2024. And he has 2 top 10s.
Cody Ware has a top 5.
Yeah, in 2024.
How in the hell did that happen?
Well, look up. His best finish was 4th at Daytona.
The 500 or the night race?
The 400 night race.
Okay. Okay. So he
started 33rd, ended up 4th. Must have been a wreck.
So 20 cars in front of him wreck on the last lap, and he finishes 4th.
Yes.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back and watch this race now because my jaw, I would have remembered that. That's the moment you remember. Like I remember when Jimmy Spencer used to run well, because that didn't happen very often. Like I remembered he finished second when Dale Sr. crashed Terry Labonte and he won Bristol around my birthday in 1999. Jimmy Spencer finished that. Like I remember those random outliers, the people that suck and have a moment where it's like, oh, that was actually you did your job today. Good for you. So the fact that whatever the heck happened there, that needs to be investigated further because that's ridiculous. absolutely.
The only thing I can figure is everybody else wrecked.
Yes, that has to be. Where's his other career top 10? The fact that he has a second top 10 is astonishing to me. If it's also at Daytona, then I'm going to vote that we get rid of Daytona. I'm just kidding. I won't vote for that.
No.
Daytona is an awesome racetrack. Cody Ware's top 5 withstanding or notwithstanding. There's nothing.
They're both at the same race. So he finished 6th in 2022 and 4th in 2024.
Both
at the Coke Zero 400. Yeah.
So from now on, there needs to be no more Daytona night race over the summer because that race is clearly flawed.
Yeah,
it's a flawed. Yeah. Why don't you and I try to get in on a race and see if we can get our top 5? If this guy's finishing in the top 10 at that race, then that's
I think we sponsor Cody Ware, obviously.
Talking NASCAR with Brandon and Clint on the hood.
Yeah, we'll get airtime.
That's a thinker. We will get airtime. By then, we could have
dozens of Martinsville.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
easy wreck, easy wreck. You know what I mean? I would love to see.
We could have dozens of subscribers by then. I mean, absolutely. Just take over YouTube. No, I'm interested in the sponsorship opportunity for him.
It's only 65,000. I don't know if you have that laying around or not.
Sure, why not? I'm a teacher. You know how much money teachers make.
Yeah. I'm working 3 jobs. I can do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just get a 4th one. Quit being a wimp.
What's the difference? Yeah, this is kind of a 4th one. It just doesn't pay us yet.
Once this one takes off, we can quit the other jobs. No,
I think is that our conspiracy theories. I think we've backed them up. You had a lot of push pins and stuff to back yours up.
I did. I told you I had data. I did research.
Yeah.
On the block, not just the careers, but the lives of these people, the lives that were ruined by your very costly decision to wreck an Earnhardt and take victory. You have seized defeat out of the hands of victory with your life after this. I mean, unless you want to be addicted to meth, unless you wanted to be married to someone associated with Jeffrey Epstein, don't wreck an Earnhardt. I guess that's the lesson here. Well, that'll do it for us with this very informative episode of Talking NASCAR with Brandon and Clint. Look out and let us know your NASCAR conspiracy theories in the comments. We would love to hear them because there's a bunch that I'm sure we haven't even touched the surface, and we can happily revisit NASCAR conspiracy theories in a later episode. Till next time, I'm Brandon.
And I'm Clint.
Take care of each other. Stay on the track.
Thanks for listening to Talking NASCAR with Brandon and Clint. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Have a suggestion? Leave a comment down below. The boys would be happy to hear from you. Until next time, have a great week.